When you think of the most boring things a person has to do, chores will be pretty high on the list. Scrubbing floors, washing dishes, picking up trash. I'll procrastinate these tasks for basically as long as possible. Sometimes by playing games in which I'm doing the exact same things. Although most major games are AAA combat games, there's still a market for what I will, from here on out, call chore-based games. These exist from super indie games like Pippin Bars, It Is As If You Were Doing Work, to Nintendo's games like Animal Crossing, to even VR games with, like, Job Simulator. My definition of this is games that center a core mechanic or storyline surrounding the ideas and acts of non-combat related routine tasks such as household chores. If we think about the idea of chores, unpleasant is a word that pops to mind. No one really wants to do chores, but we do it in games all the time. So what makes that fun versus real life? Chibi Robo is my quintessential chore-based game. The player controls a tiny robot named Chibi Robo, whose only task in life is to care for a family, the Sandersons. Chibi does this by doing various tasks for family members, such as delivering letters, but mostly through housework and cleaning. This game shows a lot of Galloway's ideas on labor from the interface effect, such as when he says, "Labor itself is now play, just as play becomes more and more laborious." By doing daily tasks such as feeding the fish and watering flowers and scrubbing floors, you're essentially grinding for long periods of time. This is enjoyable, however. In the case of Chibi Robo, is because you are doing so to reach a goal and are able to explore the world further. By doing household chores, Chibi accumulates happy points. His ultimate goal is to be Super Chibi Robo, which is the robot with the most happy points. By exploring and finding new areas, you find new objects that will help you in your quest to take care of the Sanderson family. Simple objects like a toothbrush or a spoon are utilized as makeshift scrub brushes and shovels. Matt Casamania of IGN noted that figuring out which tools needed to be used and where is a massively rewarding undertaking and a major part of the game's appeal. Here, the exploration takes center stage as players spend more time and find pleasure in finding new ways that the objects can be used. Another game that uses chore-based labor as a core mechanic is Diaries of a Spaceport Janitor. Diaries of a Spaceport Janitor is a game about picking up trash in an alien bazaar. The game starts saying, "One day, you'll find your way off this ancient death trap of a planet." As a lowly spaceport Sanadrone, you're constantly reminded your life is as worthless as the trash you peel off the dusty streets. How long have you scraped a meager living keeping the spaceport clean? The weeks and years blur together. The game immediately hits upon a major point of why I think chore-based games exist, which is that they make you lose track of time. In other words, it has a game flow. In The Art and Science of Level Design, Cliff Bleszinski of Epic Games defined game flow as the mystical life force that makes a good game fun, and it is very much a reward-response system that challenges the gamer and then provides a treat for completing tasks. The idea that this was present in Diaries of a Spaceport Janitor was mirrored in Alec Mears' criticism piece in Rock Paper Shotgun. Quote, "My overriding feeling when playing Diaries was something amazing was just about to happen. Players have a goal, to get off the godforsaken island. The treat is progress towards this eventual goal, and sometimes eating food. Much like checking off a chore chart, people get pleasure from completing tasks, and so are willing to do more of them, hence why not everybody hates grinding. The goal in other games, though, is not so simple." The last game I'll discuss here is Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley is a part of the subgenre of farming sims along with Harvest Moon. These games drop you off on a farm, probably one that your grandfather left to you, and just kind of tells you to survive. But in reality, they aren't really survival games at all. You can't lose these games. There's only stagnation or progress. As the creator of Stardew Valley, Eric Barone, said about progressing the storyline, "You're the one instigating things by befriending people, going to events, so you feel not really like the game is forcing it onto you, but that you're discovering it in a way at your own pace. If you don't feed the chickens, they won't make eggs, but they'll never really die. And if you begin feeding them again, they'll produce eggs again. Unlike real life, there is an automatic safety net in these games. You can go at your own pace and not be penalized. Not having a losing state allows for players to continue playing on a single save file and to accumulate and explore the game to the very end. In summary, chore-based games are fun because they focus on exploration, game flow, and a player-set pace. Their mechanics play to a very different type of gamer than most combat-based games, which is something the gaming market sorely needs. I really hope to see even more of these type of games in the future.